The Lion King is one of Disney's most beloved films, like, of all time. It's a pretty bold statement, but I believe it. The Lion King was released in 1994, and now the live action movie is out in theaters for all of us to relive our childhoods. I've watched it, and I was not disappointed. But even though this classic movie is a blockbuster hit and fan favorite, it also has a lot of dark, depressing, and scary theories that will most likely make you see The Lion King in a whole new way. It's gonna make you guys say, is this real life right now? If not, I say it all the time. Well, how's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Do Not Sing, except I might sing in this video. I'm not gonna tell you guys at what number I'm gonna sing in, so you guys are gonna have to stay tuned. It's about to go down. It's gonna be pretty bad. So with that said, let's travel over to the Pride Lands and explore the top 10 scary Lion King theories. Kicking things off, in at number 10, the Lion King takes place in Planet of the Apes type of world. Yeah, that's right. The Lion King might be taking place in a world where animals are dominant and humans are no longer in control. I mean, hear me out, think about it. We never see the animals interacting with humans, and not all of the animals have the ability to talk. So, I mean, aren't you questioning that? So we could say that some of these animals gained the ability to speak English because they might have been given some serum or drug that increases their intelligence, just like the apes, just like the situation that happened with them. So as a result, the animals of Pride Rock have a lot of knowledge about human culture and things that have happened in the past. So where are the apes? Well, we don't really see any apes in the movie because their natural habitat is typically the rainforest, and lions are usually found in grasslands or open woods, what we saw in the movie. So they just haven't crossed paths yet. But if they do, who would be the dominant species? Let me know in the comment section below. Hashtag Lion King, hashtag Planet of the Apes. MUFASA was actually the real villain, and I didn't think he was a villain at all. But well, this scary thought brings us to number 9. I mean, no, how can this one even be true? Is this real life right now? My inner 9-year-old self, or even like 20-year-old self, and frickin', I'm almost 30 and I still love The Lion King. Well, whatever age I am, I refuse to believe that Mufasa was the villain. It makes absolutely no sense to me, but doing the research for this video, there's a lot of theories about this, so I'm like thinking about it. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna dive deeper into this theory. The circle of life is actually just a clever way to get all of the other animals okay with being massacred and eaten. Basically, the circle of life is a nice way of telling the lower class animals that they have a purpose and they are serving the greater good. I mean, geez, that's pretty bleak if you ask me. So basically, Mufasa was clever enough to have the animals volunteer as tribute to feed the pride. Mufasa also built a kingdom that was clearly segregated, and let's not forget that Mufasa condemned his brother, and he's starving the hyenas and has a really bad temper. Scar and Mufasa might not be brothers, and this theory takes us to number 8. Okay, wait, what? They're brothers, just like I used to think Harry Potter and Voldemort were brothers. The Office hero had a huge laugh when I told them I thought that was a thing, and Voldemort and Harry Potter are not brothers. And these two lions may not be brothers as well. So the whole premise of The Lion King is that an evil lion killed his royal brother so that he can gain control of the Pride Lands. But according to the film's director and producer, Scar and Mufasa, they're not even related. Yeah, so apparently Scar and Mufasa don't have the same parents, and the writers wanted The Lion King to be similar to how they would act in the world. Basically, when the dominant lion becomes old, another alpha lion, the alpha male, will come over and kill the head of the pride. This causes the female lions go into heat so that they can reproduce. Then the newer, younger lions will kill the king, and then the strongest will kill all of the babies. I mean, this is a pretty morbid circle of life. Simba was the one who actually caused the drought, and this takes us to number 7. It seems like when Scar took over as king for the Pride Lands, it became barren and a massive drought hit them pretty hard. But did we ever stop to think that maybe Simba was the one who caused the drought and not Scar? I mean, it's another perspective. We are so quick to blame the villain, but what if he is the innocent one for once? Reddit user Spinkston came up with a theory that's pretty interesting. He seems to think that now that the rain follows the rightful king, so basically that means that Simba would be responsible for the rain rain that happens in Pride Lands. But once Simba ran away, he took the rain with him. That's why we see him in a lush rainforest living with Timon and Pumbaa. But just when Simba returns to Pride Rock to dethrone his uncle, well, if it is his uncle, if, you know, his father and him, if they were even brothers, well, if you guys didn't notice, he was followed by a thunderstorm. And actually the only reason why Simba was able to defeat Scar was because the drought weakened Scar. This makes sense because there's no way that a lion who only eats bugs can have enough strength to defeat another lion. Number 6 is ZAZU. I love saying ZAZU. ZAZU. Well, he might be a traitor. How could the royal advisor to MUFASA be a traitor? Well, this can't be true, right? But for argument's sake, let's review the facts here, shall we? Early on in the movie, ZAZU, I love saying it, well, he establishes that if Simba became the king of Pride Rock, he would basically quit. In Simba's song, I Just Can't Wait to Be King, ZAZU says, "This is where the monarchy is headed, count me out. Out of service, out of Africa. I wouldn't hang about." I mean, wow, ZAZU, way to betray Mufasa and leave during a time where you are most needed. And then there are some fans who believe that ZAZU and Scar are communicating a lot off screen. For example, when Simba and Nala go into a creepy elephant graveyard, ZAZU comes to find them. Scar was the only other one who knew where they would be. Oh, and let's not forget that the hyenas never ate ZAZU, despite having so many opportunities. You would think that starving hyenas wouldn't think twice about eating ZAZU if they had a chance. I think Scar gave ZAZU immunity in exchange for his insider information about the Pride Lands. Oh, and after Scar took over as king, no one knew he killed Mufasa. I guess ZAZU kept that huge life-altering secret to himself because he's working with Scar. Number 5. The Elephant Graveyard. Apparently, the Elephant Graveyard is the site of a massive grave, and I have no idea why Simba and Nala would ever want to go to this place. It doesn't sound cool or fun, so what's the deal? What's the dealio? According to this theory, elephants were only animals in Pride Lands that tried to resist being forced to follow orders from the lions. The elephants wanted to have an equal democracy, but the lions wanted to be the dominant species. So one day, the Pride of Lions ambushed the elephants and brutally murdered them. They had to secretly ambush them because they knew that the elephants had the strength to defeat the lions if they felt threatened. This is why the young cubs aren't allowed to go to the elephant graveyard. The older lions wanted to keep their genocide a secret. Timon is a cult leader, and this scary theory brings us to number 4. Before you come at me, I'm not comparing Timon to Manson or anything, but he does have some cult leader qualities. I'm not an expert on how cults work, but basically, they have a similar pattern of targeting vulnerable people and introducing them to an ideal philosophy. So yes, I'm referring to Hakuna Matata. When Timon and Pumbaa first met Simba, Pumbaa was pretty scared that Simba would eat him because he's a lion. But then Timon points out that Simba will grow up to be a fierce lion who would be on their side so that they can use them to their advantage. He also realized that Simba is in an extremely vulnerable state and he would be easily manipulated. It can also be argued that Timon recruited Pumbaa into his cult because he also had a rough upbringing and didn't have anywhere else to turn to, or anyone. So do you guys agree with me now that you've heard all that? I mean, it's plausible. Timon is a cult leader who recruits large animals and recruits them when they are young and impressionable and turns them into his protection. This theory marches into number 3. Be Prepared is based off of a Nazi rally. I hate to break it to you, but apparently the musical number with Scar and his hyenas are mirrored to look like a Nazi march. When they sing the song Be Prepared, we see the hyenas marching in a very orderly and precise pattern. It was later revealed that the scene was actually taken from a movie called Triumph of the Will, which is a Nazi propaganda film that tried to manipulate people into joining the Nazis. I mean, what the heck, Disney? Did you know this? Who came up with this crazy idea of introducing Nazi symbolism into children's movies? If you think about it, Disney is pretty savage. First they kill Mufasa right in front of Simba, animals are dying of starvation, and now they want to watch the Nazi hyenas at a rally. Isn't Scar evil enough? Disney, we need to simmer down here. But you know what, keep making the movies because you've been doing pretty good at that. Just don't be so savage. Alright, next up, number 2, Nala never loved Simba. She just wanted protection. I mean, this is deep. I guess this is the lion form of gold digging, the lion digging. I don't know. When Nala and Simba were younger, they were obviously best friends, but they never saw themselves getting romantically involved. When ZAZU told them that they were gonna get married, this is their reaction. Yeah, that doesn't look too promising to me. Fast forward to when Nala runs into Simba when they were older. It's rumored that Nala was banned from the Pride Lands because Scar was tired of being rejected. So when she saw Simba in the rainforest, she thought that her only chance at going back to Pride Lands would be to team up with Simba, the rightful king. So essentially, reading into it a little bit, Nala isn't even attracted to Simba. Actually, she kind of hates him for leaving the Pride Lands. I mean, she was so upset at him, especially at the fact that she thought that he was a coward, but she'd rather be the queen of Pride Lands than to be banished in the rainforest eating bugs for the rest of her life. And now topping her list at number 1, Simba actually had a pretty messed up life full of murder and incest. Okay, I'm familiar with the murder part, but what's this theory talking about? Where is the incest? Well, brace yourselves, time to buckle up. Let's do a double buckle for this one because things are about to go down, it's gonna be bumpy, and your childhood dreams might be shattered. Well, Simba and Nala could actually be related. During the whole movie, Mufasa and Scar seem to be the only male lions in Pride Land. So that means there are only 2 lions that are capable of mating with the lioness, right? Well, do you guys see where I'm going with this one? Nala and Simba could either be cousins or half siblings, like half brother and sister. I'll let you guys decide which one's worse. And now we saved it for the end for number 1, but it's time for me to sing. But can you feel the incest tonight? Okay, that's pretty bad. I'm done. Alright, that's pretty bad. I thought I had to do it, but I'm trying to give you guys entertainment, and these videos, they go too far sometimes, so I'm trying to bring up like an upbeat to the video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed my singing, or should I keep to Landon Do Not Sing, especially that song. Alright, so that's it for this video. I was your host, Landon Do Not Sing, and I will see you guys all in the next most amazing top 10 video.